Yeah. Just it all as well. Everybody's getting their needs met. Got a different local environment coming through. I want to have it set up so that we can all manage ourselves effectively. Trust that all of you will be able to have an opportunity to be well, to be at peace. Hopefully, many of you have been able to maintain a cool environment where you've been. It's been really, really warm here. We had some record-setting heat. So what I'll do in terms of managing that is, again, I'll review kind of the cooling breath technique, just so folks have an opportunity. If you're out and you still have some water, but you want to be able to cool your core temperature down a little bit, want to be able to share that and impart that. So you have an opportunity to manage a few breaths to cool down, to get it to a manageable place. So you want to really kind of minimize your heat exposure, your potential to get heat stroke or dehydration. And probably talk a bit about that. You know, this is more extreme weather stuff. So I may end up getting into that on one of the Sunday chats. I know we came here to do some Tai Chi. And so what we'll do is we'll get ready to get that going. So again, today, we're glad that everybody's here. What we're going to be doing is, of course, Asar Stance, because I love my Asar Stance. Got to get that in. And I trust that everyone, as we begin and continue on this new month, that everyone is in a place where their Asar Stance is at 10 minutes. Ideally, for this section of the form that we're going to be going through and adding on today, it will aid you if your Asar Stance is at 10 minutes. Now, it won't inhibit you much. Because we're doing this at home, it'll be easier. But if we were in physical proximity, it would be a lot more difficult to maintain your Tai Chi ability moving forward. So we would have we'd have the class in different sections. So here, because it's just one general session, as if we're out in the park somewhere together, wanted to get y'all in that understanding that the goal really is to get up to 10 minutes for where we are right now in terms of movement, in terms of your ability to be maximized and your time to be maximized. So you're not just moving around, flailing the arms around, okay? All right, that being said, I'm gonna get into some Asar Stance, I'm gonna get into some Qigong. We're gonna get into our exercises for ward off right and left, exercises for grasp a bird's tail. Then we're gonna demonstrate the roll the ball movement. And we're going to introduce it. We're going to start with roll the ball. And then we're going to get you a quick look at the footwork of roll the ball. And then once we deal with roll the ball, what we'll do is we'll then talk about on our next session what that's going to look like, how that's going to work together for all of us in terms of us not being together, how you work the foot placement and the rest of that. Then we'll get into the breathing exercise, and we'll get into our wisdom from the sages of the ages. I'm going to be in silhouette form today for most of today, just because it's I'm getting ambient light from all directions. So my specialty lighting system is en route, along with our augmented and enhanced audio. So. We're working it together. Hopefully we can maximize what we need and get that out. So folks can get where they can. We're going to stand and get into the start of the class. We're going to bow in. So folks want to get into Wu Chi position. Heels together, forming a 9-degree angle. Knees are unlocked. Butt is tucked. Shoulders are relaxed. Into pyramid hands. All right, and we bow in. We say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. And teacher to student, student to teacher. All right, sinking down. Pyramid hands. We're going to shift that weight. Step a little wider than shoulders width. Heel first. Balance the weight out between the legs. Sit down. 2 breaths. Move the hands into the Asar Stance position. And we're going to go 16 breaths. Get a little deeper, 4 more breaths. Into pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right, slide the left leg in, heel first. Hands them down, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Uchi position. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight. Step into the left, heel first. A little wider than shoulders width. Holding the golden balls, toes, knees, and hands all point in the same direction. 2 breaths. Rotating the palms into oneness. 2 breaths. Breathing into the turtle. Pointing the hands between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. All right, so now as you move with me, I'll make sure that we're moving in uniform. As much as we can. So you can get the speed that we want to move through this in. Into oneness. Into elbows. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body. Rotate the left hand on top, palms are facing each other. See a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. 2 breaths. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. 2 breaths. Pointing the hands. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right, slide the left hand. Wuchi position, 2 breaths. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width. Hands are here at 90-90. 2 breaths. Palms forward, 2 breaths. Let the hands come right down into the gathering. interlace the fingers, clasping the hands, palms out. So we raise the hands to the heavens 8 times. Here we go. Last one. And let the hands come down to swinging arms. Let them swing till they stop. All right, good, good, good. And we sink down and open the chest.
I'm also here to.
And our last one. And shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, good. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Sinking down. We go into sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. All right, we're going to go ward off to the right and left 4 breaths. Here we go. Let's begin. One more time, sunrises. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width. Sinking down as you exhale. Sun rises. 4 breaths to grass or bird's tail. Step back, shake it out. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width. Going to emphasize the feet real quick as we go into the next movement. All right, so here we're going to start feet parallel, shoulders width. Don't mind the headless man. Sinking down. Sun rises. See, over the mountain into the heavens. There we go, then it reappears. We ward off to the right. Step. Watch the step, it's forward, it's here. Onto the heel, and it's here, and grabs the bird's tail. From here, you shift all the way to the left leg. Turn on the right toes. You're gonna step up and put the heel where the toes were, step down on the foot. Shift the weight. As you're shifting the weight, the right hand comes up to the left hand. You're gonna pivot on the back heel and rotate the arms. The main thing we're working on is the feet right now, and that's called roll the ball. Okay, we got that on video. I did it slow enough so everybody would be able to get it. All right, here we go. Feet parallel, shoulders width, because I want to go to the next section. Sinking down, sun rises. So you see what the feet are doing. Come here. We go right in the grasp the bird's tail as usual. Here. Shift the weight, turn on the right toes. You're gonna put the right heel where the right toes are, shift the weight. Bring the right hand up to the left hand. Here, pivot on the left heel. You roll the ball. See the ball? Roll the ball. Shift the weight, turn the waist. Shift the weight back to the left leg. Gonna shift the weight to the right and roll the ball and let it go. And the left hand is pointing into the right hand. So I'll get you the hands up close. The hands look like this. So you roll the ball and let it go. Here, roll, hand comes up. You roll the ball and let it go. Got it? Good. We're gonna do it again. Sinking down. Sun rises. Ward off. Shift the weight, turn on the toes, step, shift the weight, bring the hand up as you pivot, and roll the ball and let it go and shift the weight to the right leg. And now we're gonna hold it here for 4 breaths. Shoulders are relaxed. Now we're gonna complete this movement. So from here, you're just gonna shift the weight back to the right leg, turn on the waist and let the arms come down this 45-degree angle. Down here, okay? All the weight is on the left leg now. That's roll back. All right, so we're gonna go from here. Again, feet parallel, shoulders width. Sinking down, sun rises. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Shift the weight and pivot. Step. Shift the weight, bring the hand up. Roll the ball, pivot. Release the ball. Shift the weight back. Turn the waist and let the arms come down. One more time. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Exhale as you sink down. Sun rises. Shift the weight and step, pivot, step. Shift the weight, pivot, roll the ball, release it. Shift the weight, turn the waist. The hands come down. All right. Shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg, opposite hand, opposite leg. Let's grab a seat so we get in this breathing exercise real quick. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, everybody get to a seated position. Good, good, good. Want to sit tall. Thumb and index finger touching on the right hand. Left hand, like so. Thumb blocks off the left nostril, middle index finger in the center of the forehead. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Switching hands, no breath. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Release. Both hands, palms up, index finger and thumb touching. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Chin down. Release. Breathing in and out. Now, your body should be warm, so we're going to do a cooling breath. So you're going to breathe in through the mouth. You're going to curl the tongue like so. Got it? Like so. So you're going to breathe in through the mouth and out through the nostrils. Try to swallow in between the breaths. In. Out. Out. Should already be cooler on the inside. You should feel it. In. And out. All right. You may feel a little tingling on the spine. In the event that the body is warm, it's healing right in the core center. It's ideal to do that. Again, the way we do our movements and our breathing, we should remain mostly hydrated because we're recycling that energy. From here, we're going to get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. See what we got nearby today. Our favorite will be from the teachings of Ptah Hotep. We clear the mind. Okay. Here we go. If you plow, and if there is growth in your field, and the Great Spirit lets it prosper in your hand, don't boast to your neighbor. One has great respect for the silent person. A person of character is a person of wealth. If that person robs, he or she is like a crocodile in the middle of the waters. If the Spirit gives you children, don't impose on one who has none. Neither should you decry or brag about having your own children. For there's many a father who has grief, and many a mother with children who is less content than another. It is the lonely whom God nurtures, while the family man prays for a follower. All right, so with that, we have it. So you got the cooling breath. It's one of our additional techniques in dealing with the heat. Let's see, we covered everything we talked about today. We showcased the new movement, and the reason I did them in series, you don't want to leave your hands dangling. You want to be able to bring them down and complete the movement. That's why it's sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. You don't want to leave your energy up. You want to have it return to the earth, okay? So basically that's where we're borrowing, in some respects, a great deal of this energy. So you don't want to borrow something and keep it. You want to be able to return it. So it's also, as we understand these concepts and principles, it's a way of having them live in our everyday lives as we talk about it through the movements. These are connected through to the I Ching in our system. And I'm grateful to be able to share these tools of health, healing, longevity, posterity, living to posterity, learning how to speak to posterity, and learning how to defend oneself so that one may reach posterity, because it doesn't do any good if somebody's able to whoop up on you and change your health status. We want to be able to maintain our health status. And that is the goal of the Taijiquan and the Qigong in every way that we can. I'm grateful for you have been able to take the time to spend with us. You had many places to be, particularly now in the morning and on the internet. I'm grateful that you chose to spend some time and energy with us. If you get an opportunity, please hit us up and support our work on our PayPal. And give, if you can, to your community. Share the videos as best you can. Thank you. So for those of us, we bow out and we say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Bearing witness to the eternal witnesses, our ancestors, and then the earth and the sky, and praise, we say Ashe. And we say, thank you to you, peace to you, life, health, and strength. Hetapu Ankh Uja Seneb. See you again soon. Practice, practice. 20 minutes of Asar Stance is the goal. 10 minutes for where we are now. Hetapu.